Yes, good old CZ has now left the building. I raise a glass of kefir for Mr. CZ. $50 million fine plus $4 billion on top of that, but it might not be 50 million, so it's one of them ones. But this is an end of an era, ladies and gentlemen. The poor dude did not like the idea of the SEC gunning down his throat. I think he's done pretty well. Come on, man. He's stepping down now. That could be good news because that could mean that maybe the new guy stepping in is probably going to start rolling with the legislation and make Binance a nice, safer place. But then again, Binance is a decent place when it comes to trading and all the, the exchange stuff and wallets and what have you. It's an ecosystem, man. The good old Binance Smart Chain. Now, cryptocurrency hasn't really reacted that badly. Let's be honest. Now, Ethereum, doing okay. Bitcoin, doing all right, considering. I mean, come on. We just had the FOMC minutes and they pretty much said exactly the same shit. That's the truth. They ain't said anything different. We might actually have to increase the interest rates. Ooh, surprise, surprise, mother. I need to drink the milk first. So what does it leave us with? Well, ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin pulls that dirty V-shaped play. We like a bit of V, don't we? Now, we're going to get into this live. We're going to break down the levels. We're going to understand what we can expect from Bitcoin. I'm going to talk you through a trade that I took on Ethereum. And we decided to run a nice little long with a bit of size in terms of leverage. Yeah, we put a bit of leverage down, but, well, actually the same as my last trade from New York today. But let's see what we have in store for us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, you want your altcoins. We got to get the likes up, ladies and gents. It's free to do. Or you can pay for stuff if you want. I'll introduce that to you. But no, we're not going to do that. Let's have a conversation, gang. Right, we need to put this milk down. This is kefir milk. This is the top drawer stuff. It's good for the stomach. 70% of your immune system is in your stomach. Now, let's get with the flavor. What we got? Bitcoin, you boring thing. I don't believe it. Look at this. Now, we saw that little sharp move to the upside. Can I get a retrace? Look at that. From this range. Now, Bitcoin from this point came down nearly a couple of $100 before it initiated the reversal. That's what drew me to Ethereum. Don't like trading Bitcoin. It's always going to be Ethereum for me because Bitcoin does this. I don't like it. Check this out. So, we ran the long from Ethereum at roughly around 1966. Now, we saw a big spike up. We saw the move down. And I'm paying close attention to XO charts. And I'm seeing orders stacking in. Now, let me explain to you exactly what the story was. Go back into Ethereum for a split second. Now, look. Let me show you. On the 5-minute time frame, this is what I was looking for. Straight after the live stream, I said to myself, right, okay, I need to be very cautious here. All right? Went down to the 1-minute time frame, and which was around this area right here. What do we see? We see a W formation, right? So that was the first clue for me. Deviation away from the moving average right here. Okay, I'm expecting it to go up. Look left, I got vector candles. Okay, so if I take a trade on that premise, I'm going to see some movement higher, all right? So we took the trade at 1966, which is roughly inside of this range right here. Now, I took the trade before the vector candle came. Why? It's just the way I'm conditioned to understand that after a significant move to the downside like this, and the vectors have been left behind, which are the red vector candles, I'm expecting a bit of a reversal regardless. So obviously I placed my long in that zone, and I set my stop in principle outside of the range itself. And I was like, okay, cool, let's see what happens. And then, of course, Ethereum decides to make the flavorsome move up. It does also the flavorsome move to the downside. Now, I anticipated that they would try and come down and recover this green vector candle. Always factor the idea that if you enter a long on the break of a vector, always factor that they could come back down and recover it. And that's exactly what they did, okay? They come back down towards that vector candle, did exactly the same pattern right here. And then they shifted out for them to come back down again. There's that recovery right there. Now we got this sideways price action, and I want to get out of this trade because I just do not trust the way they're moving the ranges today, okay? So if we close off right now, we would have seen a decent day today. We've got the short from earlier on today where the short was sat at 2012, which I shared that to everyone earlier on today in the Platinum members. So we'll go and have a look at that. That was effectively the short. There was no test of the daily open yet. I expected at some point that they would test the daily open on Ethereum. They tested the daily open, and then they come back away from it. And this side here, it says short structure will be invalidated, which is the short that I had on, and my target was 1979. Now, I closed it off before that because I was in the live stream. I had to go and pick up my daughter, so I wanted to get out of it because I wasn't able to monitor the trade. But hopefully the guys managed to exploit that bad boy. Bitcoin played out perfectly. Came all the way down to our target of 36,600. We go into BTC right now, and we have a look. Our target for the day was 36,224. That was the target, but this is where I was saying to you guys today to expect the reversals, okay? After a sharp move down, look to see price stabilizing to try and grab the retrace, okay? Now, earlier on, we were looking at the book map. Let me just pull the book map up inside of this range right here. Look, we had it right there. Where is it? Get there. Here we go. See all that liquidity right there? They gunned for the liquidity, but they didn't quite take the 36,000. Now, if we go back into the book map itself, you can see that Bitcoin, we zoom out and have a look at where the liquidity is. We zoom back out again. Here we go. And what have we got? Come on, man. Where are we at? While I'm doing this, where's the likes? 878 of you beautiful people. 200 likes. You want your altcoins? Let's get with the likes, ladies and gents. Here we go. 36,000. Look at that. Zero. Nothing. 320 Bitcoin orders. That's nothing. Yeah? No interest. All right? And we said earlier on that if they keep it static and they remain inside of that range, there was a good chance it was going to be taken. All right? But they were overwhelmed because the limit buys came in and they lifted price back up. Now we're pretty much back in the same range. 36,000, 36,850, 36,750. Bitcoin has been stalling inside of that range. Look above, 37,500. We've got 872 Bitcoin orders. Now, how do we distinguish whether price is going to hold from one point or go to the next point? Well, look at it like this. This order right now has come in and it doesn't look like they want to cancel it either, okay? And they're staying static. It was canceled earlier on today at 6:30. No, it was placed at around 6:30 and it's remained in the chart and it hasn't gone. 871 Bitcoin orders, okay? So let's assume the following. If the limit buys have come into play down here and they got their fills at 36,200, then those guys are going to get selling at the top side of 37,500. That's what the logic would suggest. We're going to need to anticipate Bitcoin to get above the Vs of the WAPs, all right? We all want a bit of VWAP in our life, ladies and gentlemen. We want that. Now, with that being said, we need to see how Asia's going to behave tonight. Now, look at this. We've obviously got a very interesting range on Bitcoin right now. All right. And given that what's happened with BNB, I mean, look, BNB's taken a smackaroon to the downside. We're going in. There you go. There's a shoe bag right there. Okay. But it doesn't mean Binance is done. You know, if the guy in charge is always getting heat for doing things wrong, why would the actual value of the coin go down? You know, if he's gone, it should go up. You know, that's usually what happens because it means that all the bad problems that they've experienced are probably going to come to an end right now. So happy days. We'll look to see Binance trying to make a move back up to come back into the vector candle recovery point. Simple as. The same way we took the same logic on the same trade right here with Ethereum is the same way we're going to do effectively what could happen with Binance. Nah, I just don't even like this right now. I'm closing it. Fuck that. I can't be bothered with that. There we go. Closed off. 142%. Not bad. Done for the day. Kill that. I'm just not interested. I cannot be bothered with Ethereum right now. Going into Asia, cannot be bothered with it. Not sleeping with that position open. Anyways, let's go and have a look at what else has been going on with Bitcoin from a different perspective. Where are we at? Here we go. Exo charts. All done. All right, then. So, look at this. Now, what I've got here is Bitcoin. Now look at this. So what I'm looking for with Bitcoin, you can see that they keep on gunning down. Like we're trading back into this VWAP. They've gone down to come back up. Now for Bitcoin to sustain this move higher, okay, We really need to see, I mean, I'm not seeing the commitment. I've got this 124 Bitcoin orders down here, which is good. Selling was exhausted, and now they're coming back up into the zone. Okay, that's fair and square. But the problem that I've got is Bitcoin has been playing inside of this zone all bloody day. All right. FOMC results come out and happy days. It's look, these are the results. Participants noted there had been only a limited progress in bringing down core services, excluding housing inflation. The target has not been hit. It's way above in terms of inflation. It's way above that. And they're saying that we'll proceed carefully on rates. All on the FOMC saw rates remain restricted for some time. So we understand that. May need to be more aggressive. Need to do more tightening if aggressive inflation persistent. So look, we get the idea of what's going on, okay? How's that going to impact everything? Well, look at this. The stock market itself, check this out. Look, $6 trillion rally is showing signs of fatigue. Now, maybe Bitcoin is pricing that bad boy in, all right? Maybe there is a possibility that Bitcoin is not going to succeed the 40,000 zone. All right, because if the NASDAQ and the S&P do decide to roll over and we are coming towards the end of the earnings season in principle, they have got a healthy sum of liquidity to come and attack, ladies and gents. What do you think? Yeah? Look at that. That is a nice rally, $6 trillion. Not bad. Well, someone's going to have to make some money off the back of that bad boy, all right? So then it puts us into the perspective of what Bitcoin could end up doing. Now, like I said to you, if Bitcoin cannot surpass this range right here, these 3 hits to the highs, got your one zone up here, one zone there, and then, of course, the second zone, and then all the other guys that are looking at this saying, okay, what if that is now a head and shoulders formation? Well, let's just go to the 4-hour time frame. I look at it and I say to myself, this could be the nastiest M formation, which is a variation of a head and shoulders. All right. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for BTC to break down on the neck of the M. So the neck of the M in principle would be here. Okay. That means if Bitcoin can stay within this range of 34,783 and stays inside of here, the trend to the upside is still valid. Why? Because then price effectively would be so compressed, and then it will just create so much accumulation that if it's not going down, it means it's preparing to get itself back up again. We would get the spike, and then it would start to roll over. Alternatively, ladies and gentlemen, if tomorrow they actually pull out the unemployment claims and it says that, yeah, unemployment data is showing less people are claiming benefit, we have a big problem. All right? So the S&P and the NASDAQ are already overbought. So there is a possibility that Bitcoin is getting ready to roll over. Now, let me just show you something. Let's go back into the good old book map. Right. Zoom out. Come on. Okay. Now, remember I said to you earlier on about the 36,000 zone? Yeah? There's that liquidity. It was placed, excuse me, and has now been removed. So we've got a new gang down here between 36,200 and 36,400. Now, for anybody new passing through to the stream, what I'm doing now is breaking down the logic of what we could expect from Bitcoin going into tonight and where we are likely to expect Bitcoin to go going into tomorrow. Now, of course, we got unemployment claims, so that means the market's probably going to be stabilizing. You can see it's already stabilizing, especially with the NASDAQ and the S&P, because it's trading sideways. Now, Bitcoin has been showing that promise, but it's creating a structure. It's spiking up, it's coming down. And this is what my concern is. This wick to the upside on the daily open right there, okay? Now, usually when they do this and they can't sustain back up above it, we've got ourselves a bit of a situation, all right? Like I said earlier on in this post right here, I expected from Ethereum to come and test the daily open. There was no test of the daily yet. Now, we go back into Ethereum and we see the test of the daily open, and they aggressively came back down from it. Look at that. To the T. Look at that. Wow. Look at it. Didn't even touch it, man. Look at that. And then they just dropped it back down. When you see Ethereum and Bitcoin behaving like this, get the out of those trades. All right? Don't waste your time trying to work out Is it going to go up from here? Is it going to go down from here? Well, okay, let me answer that question for you. It's already been up. It's already been down. It came back up and then it came back down. It went up and then it went back down. Where are we? We're stuck in the same boring range that we've been in the last 8, nearly 12 hours. All right? Ethereum hasn't gone anywhere. Let's be honest now. When you see them doing this behavior, it's consistent with sweeping liquidity for something bigger. Now, I'm not going to piss on your fire. Sorry. I am not biased to direction. I am biased to movement. All right? Check this out. Let's just go to the daily for a second. We're floating. We now have the 5 and 13 EMA being compromised. Let me go over to Bitcoin because we know we like Bitcoin in that zone. Look what have we got here. We've got Bitcoin going down into the 5 EMA. Now, the 5 EMA and the 13 EMA and any EMA or moving average that you can think of is laggard. Full stop. Okay? It just shows me what it's doing at this point. 90% of people will look at this and say, yep, we're in an uptrend, ladies and gentlemen, happy days. And then when it crosses over and price drops, then they'll say, yeah, we're in a downtrend. It all starts with one candle, okay? Now, we look at Bitcoin here. Now it's broken down below the 5 EMA. A bit of a problem. Because if the next daily candle comes into play and they start recovering this wick, we're going to have a bigger problem. Because if then they'll start gunning for the 13 EMA and start doing the same business that they did right here. Notice that the rally from this break of the 13 EMA came up and couldn't clear the high. Problem. This is a problem candle. This tells me that it's a climatic candle. Could be a problem. Loads of people buying. The next day, they ripped it back down again. Not very nice. Okay, TNO, so you think it's going to go down. So what if I don't believe you? What if I think it's not going to go down? All right, bro, I'll sort you out. Check this out. So if Bitcoin is not going to go down, the first thing that you're going to be looking for on the daily time frame, and I would suggest that you monitor price action from the second London opens, okay? Once London opens, come to the daily and look at where Bitcoin's price is. Why London? Because we're going into the Asian session, okay? We might not get that much volatility. We may not. It depends, all right? They've had the highest volume of, the highest form of liquidity that could have exchanged hands today, which is the London and New York session. It does nothing. It just goes up and down, all right? Now, Asia, lighter volume, higher volatility. I get all of that, okay? But what you've got to look for is in Asia, Bitcoin might just stabilize up and down a little bit, get people a little bit excited. The start of a new daily candle usually does that, okay? But by London, if Bitcoin is trading inside of this low range right here, we're going to have a bit of a problem. And even if unemployment claims comes in lower, we're still going to have a bit of a problem because everything is going to be predominantly dollar-based, which means now let's just put 2 and 2 together. What if dollar dominance is getting ready to roll? Now, this was from a previous range itself that I projected out for the dollar dominance. It's sticking in line with what we're seeing right here. We're going to hope tomorrow that they do have higher unemployment claims, because if we don't, then everything that's come out in the FOMC minutes is pretty much going to come to fruition. They're just going to be very restrictive and keep and possibly increase interest rates one more time. All right? So that's where we are right there. So we need to monitor the dollar. All right? If the dollar is good, then Bitcoin in principle should be good. Now, all the bad news that's happened with CZ right here. Look at this guy when he had hair, and then when he doesn't have hair, that's a sad story. But look, it's not bad news. It just means it's a change of management. If they said he retired, would they all get all messed up and start selling everything? No. So even with the worst instances, he hasn't created a sell-off. That's it. I think we run a very clean business. Okay then, brother. But on other fronts, Bittrex. If you do have any money in Bittrex, get it out. Apparently it's going to shut down. The SEC was gunning for this company, and the owner ended up paying $24 million fine. So you have until December the 4th to get your money out of that exchange, okay? This is what crypto is. So sometimes you think to yourself, Fucking hell, man. Does the SEC have a point? You know? But it's not Bitcoin's fault. This is crypto. How the management of exchanges has got nothing to do with Bitcoin's price. But unfortunately, people have an opinion on Bitcoin's price, and they're going to have an impact on that. And if they think, oh, this is bad, I'm not interested, then Bitcoin's price logically would be going down for the new person that's come along to cryptocurrency. And that's what we want. We want new people to come into crypto. We don't want the old money coming in and spending more. We want new money, because if the new money comes in, then the old money thinks, okay, I'm going to load up this time. That's when we want old money to come in. We don't want old money to come in now. That means Bitcoin's only going to go to 65 and back down again. But I don't think they'll do that without new money. Capiche? All right, then, where we at? 1,300 of you beautiful people. Speaking of Bitrex, yep. 400 likes. Do you guys want your altcoins? That's what we're going to be doing. All right. If you want your altcoins, if we are blessed with 13, there you go, 1,300 people. Mad love to you all. Let's get the likes up. We got 1,500 likes in the last live stream. Mad love to you. All right. Let's see if we can do the same again tonight, ladies and gents. Hit 13, and then we start talking altcoins. And I've got a few altcoins that I do want to mention for you guys. Was it good that we got out? Yes, it was good that we got out, ladies and gentlemen. You stupid Ethereum. You horrible day. I just hate the way it moves sometimes. But anyways, where we are. Tino, is there any chance we can visit? Oh, sorry, bro. I didn't mean to read visit. I know you meant to say visit, all right? You spelled everything else correctly. Why was that wrong? Was that a little pun at me or something? Oh, anyways, can we visit? No, because W is literally... But dude, W is so far away from V on the keyboard. And on a phone, if we look at where it is on a phone, how far is it? Let's have a look. How far is W away from the phone? Dude, it's so far away. How did you get that wrong? Anyways, never mind. Okay, then, cool. So, could we visit 20K again? Well, look, let's do this. Look. If we're talking about vector candles, we're talking about imbalances, right? The most obvious zone that is next is this one. That's it. Split your vectors into market makers and retail traders. You'll see this quite a bit. Look. A vector candle from a move to the downside. Let's just talk about longs, okay? You see a structure coming into play, right? Oh, I've got a W formation. Cool. So a vector candle will appear inside of this zone and start shifting out, all right? When you've got that vector candle, which is called shifting out of the range, logically, you have got the W formation here, and then you've got the first level, which is right here, okay? This is the first level, which is the locking of the formation, right? Once the formation is locked, price would then, in principle, have to start breaking out, and you'll see the green vector candle appear inside of this zone, okay? Train your eyes on this structure, then go into the chart and try and find it. Then, when you come to the chart in real time, you're then going to have a picture in your mind about what you would need to see happening. So once they form themselves a low, and then not break that low, you're looking for the first move out. Once they make the first move out, allow the retrace. When the retrace comes back in to shake out all the guys in this area here, then we're looking for the continuation out, which is the green vector candle, which would appear inside of this zone. What happens after? Depending on the move itself, right? If you've got a green vector candle here, which is the market maker, you'll then see this business coming into play. Small movement. Green vector. Small movement. Green vector. Right? These small movements right here are where retail are jumping in too late, right? But then when price continues up with the green vector candle, the same people that feel like they're missing out or too late to the trend are made to believe that it can still continue higher. So now they are committed to the trend. That means market maker knows that the pool of liquidity of margin inside of this area is effectively locked. He's now going to play the psychology on them. He's going to move it up again. Yeah, baby, I'm in profit. Happy days. He retraces price back down again. When he retraces price back into this range, he makes the same guys that were long inside of this range right here believe that they could load up another opportunity. Why not? Because they got money in the trade. It's making money. They're going to look at their balance and say, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to put money in. It's going up. I caught the move. I'm a G. From that point on, you then get confirmation. Market maker pumps price to the upside. Okay? And then retail runs in because the same guys that missed out on the opportunity right here wanted more confirmation when they got here. They got their confirmation here, and then price spike comes back down again. That pattern, as much as it doesn't carry any articulate form, neither Picasso or Van Gogh would turn in their graves if they witnessed this madness, but some of the art that they put out there is absolute dog shit that sells for millions. Petition to turn this into artwork, ladies and gentlemen. Whoever can do it, get the proceeds, send it off to charity, but actually don't do that. Go find someone on the street that may be homeless, give it to them. If we can sell this artwork, not an NFT. All right, make it an NFT. Anyways, do what you want. But do you see what I'm trying to say here? The logic and understanding of how they move price. Now, you're going to go into the chart and say to yourself, okay, then where are we at right now? Where is market maker? Where is retail trader? Yeah? Here we go. Market maker, right here. Yeah? Market maker, right here. Right? Where else is market maker? Right here. Okay. So where's retail? Well, retail is right here. Didn't get that much time right here. This is retail. All this moving up and down, and it's not going anywhere. So what could we be expecting? We could expect one more spike because this is a bookies, ladies and gentlemen. All right? It's a bookie shop. How many guys can we get in? How many? The term used. Now, listen, if you go to a bookies and you place a bet on a horse, 5-1, that's a mug bet. You are literally a mug. It's a mug bet. However, if you go to an exchange and you see the odds of the horse itself at an hour and a half before the race come in and it says around 3-1, okay, you back that, all right? And then in the exchange, you can lay it as well. And you're looking to scalp the difference between the odds. So if it's at 1-3, happy days. And then it goes to 1-5, you profit from the spread. That's how you do it. That's exactly what's going on here. Mug bets are being placed. Now we just need to make sure that they stay in that zone. What would we see? Potential spike, come back down. But they're not giving us that clue just yet. So we've now got to say to ourselves, is the logic of this range, have they already initiated the spike? That's the question, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah? Any questions on that? Tino, how's Van Gogh doing? You closed off your short. Yeah. Van Gogh up one more time. Yes. Dutch people say that Dutch isn't so much a language as a throat disease. Ah. Tino, Euro. What's happened to Euro? Where are we at with Euro? Euro coming down. Okay. 800 EMA with Euro. Listen, tomorrow it's going to be a big day for everything because of the unemployment claims. That's going to be the big thing right now, especially for the Forex pairs. All right. Now, Tino, how can you explain how you set take profits? Is it a percentage thing, or do you look for liquidity in the chart? I try my hardest to not look at the balance. I'm looking at the chart. All right, because if I start trading based off the liquidity that's in there, all right, look, don't get twisted. It's look great. Look, if you're not closing short trades off, that's what happens. Okay. Now I left a bit of money on the table with these two trades, simple as. All right. But yeah, nice, 157%, happy days. But I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at what it's doing. How long can I maintain the idea of being right, okay, about the move? And the more that I keep seeing the price going against me, that's when I'm like, you know what? I can't take this anymore. I hate the way she's moving. Plus, I'm looking at exo charts. I'm looking at the depth of market, and I'm seeing these big orders coming in, and they can't handle it. That's where I'm like, you know what? Let me just get out. Okay? So when you want to try and take profits, you have to know, you have to say to yourself, I'm not looking at profit. I'm looking at what the move could do to achieve the profit. And if I'm not seeing the move happening, that means I'm not making profit. So then I need to get the fuck out and start looking at something else. Okay? What else we got? Tino, what's that watch you were wearing a while? Gold and black rubber strap. I like that. Gold and black rubber strap. It's a Trader's Reality Watch. Custom made, man. Trader's Reality Watch. I haven't got it with me right now, but yeah. Okay, then what else we got? All right, 1,400 of you, 500 likes. Ladies and gentlemen, do you want your altcoins or not? Well, look, whilst we're waiting for that, again, it's Black Friday. Pinned to the top of the chat, ladies and gentlemen, is the Black Friday coupon. 30% off your first month on the Platinum membership where I share these sort of trades right here, okay? And you get 30% off the scalping course, which takes 1,500 hours of YouTube, takes 75 masterclass sessions and 4,500 posts on Patreon, and puts it all into 4 hours and gives you a scalping strategy that I use. Well, I did it today. I did the same scalping strategy with Ethereum. And from the top side, it was a scalp, and then it turned into a swing because it moved aggressively in my favor. Okay, so you got till Friday to take advantage of that, ladies and gentlemen. So if you do want that, it's pinned to the top of the chat. Tino, are you a chain smoker? I'm on fire, bruv. Of course I'm a chain smoker. I'm joking, no. No, I'm not a chain smoker. But let's assume that you have a thought. I'm impulsive. I'm thinking about one thing, then I'm thinking about something else. Now, if I require a smoke, a cigarette for each of those thoughts, I wouldn't say that I'm a chain smoker. I would say I'm just thinking too much. But yeah, I've got my vape, I've got my cigarettes. Try not to smoke too much, but I do like to sit back and enjoy a cigarette, Greek coffee. Done. That's me. Bitcoin dropping. Oh. Oh. Let's have a conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, that 36,000 is going to start coming into play. Oh, no. That's not good. The liquidity is coming in very, very swift. Oh, yes, no, that's correct. The liquidity is coming in. Let's just look at Ethereum for a second. Ethereum is down to 1956. That would have been a horrible sight if I kept that trade on. Ugh. All right, Delta down here. We've had 4,348 Bitcoin orders sold at this point. Reversal, back down again. What does that tell you? Interest is here. Limit buys. Okay? So we're going to have to pay attention to this range because 36,000 could be on the cards, ladies and gentlemen, if the limit buys do not come into play at this point. Remember, that player before cancelled his order. Now he may be coming back in to get filled, okay? So keep that in mind. Just out of interest, is Nvidia declaring its earnings? Wait there. What we got? Oh my. Oh my, Nvidia. Uh-oh. Has Nvidia hit? I don't know if Nvidia has hit or not, but it looks like it's missed. It's gapped down by $4. Okay, that's all right. I can deal with that. No, if Nvidia misses, that's it. The market's going to take a shoot. And it's half an hour until the futures market's open again. We ain't going to know. Can anyone verify for us? Can anyone verify? Tino with best breakfast, Greek breakfast, coffee, cigarette. Yes, that is the best breakfast. Polly, every time I go short at this level, it should waterfall. It go back up. Why? All right, then. So, look, it's not about why does it go. The best way to put it, right, is when you come to place a trade, okay? You want your altcoins, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get the likes up. It works with the algo, man. Share the love on the hybrid systems. You know, I feel bad asking for likes. You know that. Honestly. Like you're watching. Thank you very much for watching. It's literally, it's like I'm here. You just literally, like nothing. And I feel bad for asking you guys to do that. Now, I can appreciate if you sat on your sofa and you got me on your big TV screen. That's awesome. I can appreciate that if you have to get up, get the control pad, or I don't know. No. Unless you've got a smart TV and you go up to it and you press it. Nah, man. Tino, shut up, bro. All right, then, listen. I just want to address something, okay? Listen, if you take a trade and it always goes against you, before you take the trade, if it looks like you should go short, you wait. Because this was an example today. All right? Those of you that are new in this live stream, go and watch this live stream. It was the last video. I said the Bitcoin bids are coming in. What does bids mean? It's coming down. When they hit the bids, it means it's going down, okay? Because that means there are less people looking to buy at higher prices. They're looking to sell, so they're dropping it. But the flip side to that is when someone sells, someone buys. So who's really in control, okay? That's why you get the reversal. So when you do see price is starting, see, look, everyone's like, Bitcoin's dropping. It's now moving back up. When you see it going down, the green and red vector candles give you the clue. I gave you the clue today. You just got to wait for this shit to happen, all right? Find it to a point where it can actually reverse by looking back in the charts and assuming that the market has a good memory. Look left. Where has Bitcoin just reversed from? It's reversed from the psychological low. Look at that for a little reversal. Reversal, psychological low, psychological low, psychological low, psychological low. All right, came down a little bit, but then it's just come back down to this point and reversed. It ain't doing it by accident. Because the psychological range is the area that they mark the spread to effectively prepare price at lowest possible point to start shifting it back out again. So when you come to the charts again and you're looking at price and it's going down, you need to say to yourself, oh, I don't want to miss out on that opportunity. That's why these dumb motherfuckers over here, okay, are going short here. Look. Right there, $11 million worth of shorts opened at $1,962 on Ethereum. That's where I went long. It goes up. They're going short because they think, oh my God, I'm missing out on the move to the downside. Oh, look, support and resistance is going to come down. It's going to break it by the law of support and resistance. No, bruv, it goes back up. And the same thing applies to when it's going up. Look at this poor unfortunate soul. 2006, $11 million. He went long because he didn't want to miss out on the move. Bang! It comes down. Now, this dude down here is doing it smart. He's opened $34 million worth of longs at 1952 on Ethereum. So we go over to the chart itself and we have a look. 1952, if he didn't make anything from that, here we go. 1952, he's gone in. All right, so that was his entry point right here. Okay? Entry point right there. And it's now moved up to 1955. Okay? Now, we don't know what his size is. We don't know what his leverage is, but we assume that, look at his behavior. He's buying when it's dropping because we can't assume that the law of economics does not apply to this game. You can't. It's an investment. It's a product. It's a financial instrument. It's a representation of value that increases and decreases. When people buy it, they buy it to sell it higher. So when you're buying it from what? The assumed lowest possible price. How much is this milk? All right, 4 bottles is £55. Okay? 4 bottles. To that woman, that's what the value is. I'm prepared to pay for that value. Now, if I take the strip off that bottle and stick a Trader's Reality logo on that bad boy, and then stand around and say, yo, this is the kefir, this is the flavor. I make this all day, every day. Come and look at my farm. I've even got the goats. Well, I haven't got any goats left because I like to eat them. Happy day. Sorry for all my vegans and vegetarians out there. All right? I put value to it. I bought it for £55. I'm going to sell it for 70. So why is that not the same policy in the marketplace? Why would anyone go long when it's going up? Yeah, I know. They do say, buying investment, you buy low because you think that's low. That is low. What the fuck is that, man? When you see low, it's been going up for 4, 8, 12, 3 hours. It's been going up and that's the time you buy? So by a principle of vectors and the principle of even textbook trading, okay, it's bound to show that it's overbought on your RSIs. And I'm not saying you should use RSIs. I'm not saying that you should go and look at stochastic. I'm not discrediting anything. But what I'm saying is when you come to the charts next and you say, right, you know what? It's going down. That means value is getting cheaper. It's not dropping in value because it's losing. It's getting cheaper. You're in the game of speculation, ladies and gentlemen. All right? It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not, because you will die poor. That's the way the game rolls. And that was from my boy Jesse Livermore, and he said that over 150 years ago nearly. Or 100 years ago as such. All right? That's from a dead man. Now, why can't we follow the wisdom of the dead? Because it makes sense. You're rushing too quick to try and make a penny or two in this game. You'll get slapped. Same way that the likes haven't been slapped. Guys, do you not want the altcoins? I'm ready to get into the altcoins. There's only 700 likes. What? No altcoins. Ever since I've been drinking this bad boy, I don't have no headaches. I'm not in need of Dr. Vectors. But... oh, man. Those guys are nasty. I can't wear those. But are we all on the same page, ladies and gentlemen? Are we good? Yeah, and you know what? He did die poor. What a guy. He made 100 million. He lost 100 million. He made it back, married someone, killed himself. J Money. So if I understand correctly, buy high, sell low. That's your strategy, brother. Can you give your thoughts on oil? Right, oil. Oil, listen, you want to be careful with oil because we're going sideways with oil. So oil itself is, if we're looking... the problem with oil, the best thing for you to do is to look at USD CAD. USD CAD is impacted with oil. Why? Because Canada produces oil. When oil goes up, that's good for the Canadian dollar. USD CAD goes down, right? If dollar is going up and everyone is favoring dollar, USD CAD going up, principally oil goes down, okay? So sometimes you do see them going together, but very rarely, very rarely. Here we go. What we got here? Buy Porsche chain. Yeah, marriage will do that. Please. Okay, then. Right. So 1,450 of you. Wait, here we go. Guys, do you want your altcoins or not? Come on, man. You want your altcoins? Let's roll. Oh, God bless you, Harstack. I wish I had 4 hands. I'd give them likes. Thumbs up. Mad love to you. Smash up for the alts. All right, then. Listen, I'm going to start the party off with Solana. Any other coins after that? We need that 1,000 likes. 1,400 likes, man. If we can do that, that'll be wonderful, ladies and gents. We did it in the last live. Let's do it again, man. Okay. I did give you a setup, though. Like, come on. Take money, V-shape play. I can't tell you to buy, but I can lead you to the lake. You can take a sip. It's not... anyway, forget it. Solanage. It's coming down to that zone that I said to you earlier on. That if it does take it, Solana will be coming to see the good old 800 EMA. Now, anyone that's purchased the scalping course, okay, you will now look at this and say, oh my days, it's currently getting ready to do it. All I'm saying is this. Where is my thing? Where's it gone? I've lost it. Here we are. Can you see? What am I doing? Can you see this? This area here. This is the only time I use moving averages to find out where the volatility has been. How long has it been since they've tested either of these moving averages? Look. Check this out. One test of the 200 EMA. Weak, came back up, ripped straight through it. Problem. 800 EMA is only the next up for it. Why? Because it's going to take a lot for Solana to come back up, because it had the chance of coming back up in both of these ranges right here. So now we've got to look to it and say to ourselves, by principle of liquidity, okay, how many people are right now holding onto Solana with the belief that it's only going to go higher? That margin, or those margins, are currently inside of this range right here. That's exactly what they could do, but they could have already done it with this play right here. Okay? So what we're seeing right here on Solana could be what Bitcoin is preparing to do. Because remember, Bitcoin requires more liquidity, more money to move it. Okay? How many likes? How many does it say? I'll give you your altcoins and I'll let you guys be. I think we have... Oh my days, you don't want it. Fine. Never mind. 8% down on Matic, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. It's broken through. Remember when we spoke about Matic? It's come down to the 800 EMA. Wow. Back into vectors. If Matic's doing that, Solana is on its way. Okay? Now, going on from that, we go into BNB. Down 10%. I'm telling you now, if BNB gets in towards these areas right here, some people will see it as a discount. But if a third of the Binance, if a third of BNB's token, if a third of the market cap of BNB leaves BNB, that is a problem. That's around 35, 40 billion, okay? Mr. Swipe, what's good? Just discovered you yesterday. I'm new to trading. I like the way you explain everything and dumb it down and make it fun interactive. $1,000 of Taro was my first buy at 0.01. Should I buy lower? Taro as a coin, yeah? Taro. What's the name of the coin? Is that it? I need to know. 0.01. I'm guessing. If that's it. Problem is, I'm guessing that the market cap itself is relatively light. If we actually look at this. Oh, wow. What is this? Oh, wow. Oh, okay. So it's just woken up. All right, then. Cool. So, look, it's got the history of doing it, okay? And that tells me that it's designed as not an illiquid, but a lightly traded asset. Whenever you see a nice pump up, they're going to be coming back down into it, and it looks like it's on its way to do that, all right? Could come back down into the green vector candle. I would just consider looking at your options when you see it come back down to this point right here. Let it go down to that point, okay? So if you're going to go down to that point and you say, yeah, you know what, I'm going to load up, whatever you think you're going to load up with, whatever amount of money you decide to load up with, 10%, okay? Load up with 10% of it, just to give it a little bit of room, okay? As it gets down towards these ranges right here, 20%, okay? Then if it continues to go down lower, you'll have more confidence loading up from the same point that they keep on bouncing away from or holding, all right? Rather than being 30% of your capital here, it comes all the way back down and you've dwindled your capital and you're then thinking, well, I ain't going to make nothing back on that. Yeah? Cool. All right, then. Let's just go over to the order flow. Mad love and respect, guys, for the 800 likes. Thank you so much. That's me being purely sarcastic, ladies and gentlemen. Unless there's a problem with my stream. I can't see. Does it actually say 1,000? Okay. Anyways, I'll look at DYDX actually right now. Here we go. So there it is on the chart for you. $23 million worth of volume coming into DYDX. DYDX. Let's have a look at that bad boy. Here we go. Right. $3.12. Same story. Got lots of liquidity for them to gun back into to the upside recently. Not recently, but it's been listed in September towards the end of the bull run in principle. But look, like we've got... Again, if Bitcoin sustains this move to the downside and breaks down, everything is going to break down. So it's like everything has been set up. And when Bitcoin trades sideways, it's like everything's getting ready to roll. But like we said, it's finding resistance above the 38 zone. It's not clearing it, all right? We need to see Bitcoin clear it. Had every reason to clear it today, but 3 times. Green vector candle going nowhere. That's very important, okay? So what else have we got? 150 more guys getting waxed. Let's have a look at XRP. All right, so what we got? 15-hour time frame. Guys, listen, it pays to look at these higher time frames in terms of vectors. All right, it really does pay because you can now determine exactly what they could be getting ready for. Let's just go to the 1-hour time frame of this stable coin right here. Okay, so looking left, we've got imbalances in the chart. We said 59 earlier on today. It come down and hit 59. We've got one more point right here, which could be posing as a problem for us. 57 cents if Bitcoin does pick up the volatility. Altcoins are taking a shoe bag to the downside. 58 cents is where that thing is. That guy who went long at 52 is now making a nice little return. Problem is we've got a little bit of liquidity down here that they could be coming into with Ethereum, and we're going into Asia, so that's going to set the precedence. What time is it? 10 to 11. The market, futures markets will be opening very, very shortly. Just quickly going over to NVIDIA to see something. NVIDIA has made its way back up. Okay, so there's no problem right there. They may have done good, but it's still holding down at the 94 zone itself. Quickly going over into the altcoin boss list right now. Let's just go check that out. All right, then, cool. So what we got, 9% super, still smacking it, still up, all right? But again, be careful. Like we said last night, it's making a move up. It's now coming back down again. So just be very careful with that Rune. I saw Rune USDT. Let's have a look. Thank you very much for the likes, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you all, all right? Rune starting to break down, guys. Look at that. We said it. Spike, spike, spike is coming into play. 50 EMA, can't take it. And again, those of you that would have traded the logic of the first green vector candle above the 50 EMA would not have gone long on this zone. I hope you would not have taken the long inside of this range. Why? Because this is not the first green vector candle above the 50 EMA. When we take that logic, we are assuming that the whole candlestick is going to be above the 50 EMA. That's the 50 EMA line. Use the cloud. It has to be above it, okay? So that is very important. Plus, you've got this flavor right here with the green vectors. They keep on pumping up. Green vector candles coming into play without going anywhere. Always look at that when you see a green vector candle moving up and not going anywhere. Okay? Cool. What else do you want, guys? Let's go with it. Here we go. So, BNB token, 116 million long side right now. 229. FTT. What the hell, FTX token? No. Sorry. Does anyone hold that? Algo. Let's have a look at Algo. All right, Rune's getting ready to do it, man. Bitcoin, 58. Here we go. Just go back into the bookmap for a split second. Here we go. Ooh. Come on. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Look at that. From that point. Sharp, sharp, sharp. All right. Okay. Now, order flow. This is what we're looking at, guys. Okay. There is nothing but selling happening. There is nothing but selling happening in this range. Let me just clear this off so it's easy for you guys to see it. Let's do that. Oh, green. What the hell? Make it red. You cheap. Anyway. So in this range right here, we have got, just get rid of it. In here, we've got 233 sells on the bids right here. And it looks like the bids could be taking over. They're not doing enough to trigger the ask. Got a few imbalances down here. If you zoom out, you'll see, look. These are all points of control of a candlestick. All right. Now we go across to the chart itself. Where is it? Keep on going. Keep going. Okay. So inside of this range here, that point of control is 52 Bitcoin orders, right? 26 at that point. 67 inside of there, but they come back into that. So that means there's another 52 right here. Okay, so what's my logic? The logic says that if Bitcoin does come back down towards the 35,000 region, from the last point that they reversed from, logic would say that the same players that loaded up at 35,500, okay, are likely to come in. So that we could assume that could be an area of support, which happens to be an imbalance with the green imbalance zones right here, okay? So take that into consideration. Now, Bitcoin has just bounced away from this point right here. It's taken that point of control, just going into it. Sorry if I'm getting you guys dizzy. There we are, 98 down there, but it's been meeting with resistance with that 81. So we're going to have to wait and see if they can actually sustain this move. It's going to be very interesting if they can actually sustain it. That 98 is 43. Nah, I'm not seeing it, man. I'm not seeing it. It could actually break down even further. The book is showing liquidity, but they've done well to hold this range today, guys, straight up. They've done very well. And if they can't hold it, then Bitcoin's just going to come back down and they're going to trigger the liquidity down here at the 36,000 zone. It would only make sense for them to do that. Okay. What we got? XMR. The Mortal Demon podcast. Could you say if Bitcoin is building an inverted cup with handle at the 15-minute mark? Inverted cup with handle on the 15-minute mark. Yeah, I'm looking a 15-minute time frame. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah. Nah. I'm paying attention to the psychological ranges, man, because they're giving me history about how they behave, okay? That's what I'm looking at. Because you can see right here, the W formation that formed at the weekend led Bitcoin to move higher. We're coming into the point right now where they could be creating a W formation, all right? We're waiting to see if that can come into action. That's what we're looking for, okay? And if it can't at the psychological range, then the rest of the week, Bitcoin will just take a slump and it will start attacking this liquidity down here and down here, all right? That's it. Simple as. Set your stops, set your trades, and let it do its business. If you're wrong, fuck it. Next trade. You can't complain about it. Trading is about losing. You just got to try and work out if you are losing faster than you should. The sooner you can realize that the loss, sooner you can change direction. I know it sounds easily said than done. Don't get it twisted. You're going to get caught out many, many a times in this game. I've been caught out many, many times in this game. I'm not sugarcoating it. I've lost thousands in this game. Thousands. Okay? But that's the price you pay to understand the game. Okay? And 90% of that was nothing to do with any systems that I had or used in the past. All right? I always knew something was missing because I just didn't like the idea of going to the chart and waiting for an indicator to say to me, buy and sell. It's dog shit. I'm that guy that needs to dive into the rabbit hole. And I just came across the word market maker. I was like, who is this guy? And then the rest is history, you know? Bitcoin dumping, this is bullish. For a day trader, when Bitcoin dumps, it's opportunity. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Now, the guy that says, oh, I'm going to go short on Bitcoin because it's dumping, right? He'll go short. But based on what I've just said to him, he won't go short. He'll wait. Okay, then you'll see Bitcoin take a shit like it's doing right now. Okay. Oh, Tino, you said to don't go. Look, bro. Look at the time frame. Look at the time that you're trading. Okay. Right now, it's 5 to 7 in the evening. Okay. It's 3 minutes to 11 in the UK, right? New York is closed. London is closed. Why are you going to be trading when the big boys are asleep? They're letting the machines do their thing right now, okay? The logic says that Bitcoin is going to gun for the liquidity at 36. I'm waiting for that because this is where you start setting up traps. We're in exactly the same spot right here. Okay? Just look at it. You don't look at this favoring shorts. You look at this favoring longs. Why? Because if you hypothetically assume you're going to take a long from this range, you go into the 1 minute time frame. Look at how long it's breaking down. Think now, we're seeing the reality of this, of that question. Okay? I keep going short, it goes back up again. Here it is right now. Red vector candles, 1, 2, and 3. They're marking it lower. People are going short. Verify. Come on. Verify. Here we go. Where we at? Get rid of that. BTC. I should have gone short, man. BTC. All right. Here we go. People are jumping on it. 24 million. 16 million. People are going short. This dude right here, 54 million. He's gone long. Okay? So we're going to pay attention to this 36,339. He's gone long. Right, look at this. Criteria of the hybrid system says green vector candle appearing at the lows. Now, if you're looking for a sharp move all the way back up, the criteria says you need to wait. You need to wait until you start seeing a succession of green and blue vector candles appearing at the lows to suggest that they are getting ready to consolidate sideways and you're waiting for the first green vector candle in principle to do all this stuff to bring it up back up again. Okay? That's what you're waiting for. Now, some of you guys who are a little bit more trained in the hybrid system will be looking for V-shaped plays right now. So your criteria says that you need to wait to see if Bitcoin can sustain this area. Okay? This is consistent with V-shaped plays. Problem is, with the V-shape, is we have got no liquidity down there. We could assume that this could be the end of this point. Limit buys have absorbed everything. Now they're going to want to start looking to sell. So there's no one buying. The market needs to go and do the opposite and take out all the guys that have been going short. Logic says that we should see price going back up again. Okay? And that is all you can do, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing else you can do. All right, cool. Let's just go and have a look at XO charts. What's the liquidity saying? Okay? So it moved down from what we were saying. Okay? Now look at what we got. Are we seeing any players coming in? 38. Okay, maybe. 41. All right, cool. So we've hit that previous liquidity down there. Fine. I need to see Bitcoin hold out in this range. Exhaustion. Yep, exhaustion down there. That's cool. Not so much exhaustion, but 159 sales right there, and it didn't work out too well for those guys. So the logic says that if they're going to hold out in this range right here, we need to see them start loading up. This is the principle of waiting for blue and green vector candles. If you're bold enough to take along from ranges like this, anticipate that they could go for it. They could go back down again. Okay, you've got to factor that in. That's why you got to place your stops outside certain structures. Okay, now the futures markets are all open. Okay, that's going to bring your volatility. Yep. 52 up here. 403. Look, 443 sales. If it comes back up to this point and breaks through it, we've effectively got the move up because that is a sell zone. So we're now going to wait and see if it can sustain this. Okay, look, it's got to sustain this area. If it can't sustain this area, it will come back down to try and sustain the lows of this area. Again, you're running longs from these ranges, ladies and gentlemen. You've got to factor in that they could still break it down. That's where your stop loss comes into play, okay? If you don't put a stop loss, monitor the behavior. Watch how they are behaving, okay? Always factor that. This area is, like I said earlier on, we've had the move lower. So the area is consistent with reversals, okay? You've got to give it a chance. If you don't give it a chance and you're going to complain about it, you being wrong, you're trading at different times and the volatility is thrive. You've got to use light liquidity so that you can absorb it to give it a chance, okay? Looking at this now, I'm not seeing the liquidity, so no green and blue vector candles coming in just yet. How do I see it on the XO charts? Well, it's just big orders, 45, 28, 29 right there. Quickly go back into Bitcoin. No green and blue vector candles. Fine. I'm not ready for my long yet. That's the criteria of this structure. Okay? So you just got to wait. If you are in longs right now, they're getting ready to sweep. Bookmap. They've come in now. They keep wanting to come in. So they might not be ready yet. But the lighter the position that you use, the more leniency you're going to give it. We're trading towards range daily low, ladies and gentlemen. It's consistent with reversals from this point. You go into the higher time frames. Look at this 2-hour chart. All right. Red vector candle. Is it? No, not yet. 1 hour. Oh, it's just printed it. Fine. 3 minutes in. Red vector. No red vector. That's even better. All right. Because if you don't see a red vector there, then it could mean that the selling isn't, it's slowing down. Look left. We've got vector candle point right here that they have tapped and moved away from. We're in exactly the same spot. Exactly the same spot as we were earlier today. Everyone right now is rushing for shorts. Okay? So just be careful. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, I have chewed your ear off for so long. Please forgive me. Last time, Black Friday coupon is at the top of the chat. Thank you so much for the likes. Get to Traders Reality website where you can use that coupon and get 30% off the course and 30% off the platinum membership in your first month. Other than that, ladies and gents, trade bloody safely. Mad love to CZ. I'll see you soon, bro. Peace.